Good morning and welcome back to Teal House Farm. Are we ready for the negative 19-degree wind chill?
We've done the best we can.
We've done the best we can. All right, we got to do some preps today. We got to get the chickens set. We got to do some stuff in the house. We're preparing for yet another winter storm, but this one is going to be exceptionally cold. So it's got some different things that we got to do to get ready. So the biggest concerns are obviously loss of electricity and then loss of water because of loss of electricity. So we actually aren't worried about heat because we heat with a wood stove. We do need to do some wood stacking. We don't want to have to go out in the snow or in the freezing cold to get more wood. So we are going to move some more wood into the mudroom in a minute. But our biggest concern really is loss of water. Now, the nice thing about a big snowstorm is it's going to bring a lot of snow, which can be melted for water, and we don't have to worry about electricity to melt the snow because the wood stove's always on. But you do want to be a little bit prepared because you don't want to have to go outside and melt snow unless you really need to, right? So what I do is I'm going to fill up, I have some of these half-gallon jugs, and I'm just going to fill them up with tap water because it's only going to sit about 24 hours. You could distill it, you could boil it. You could boil it on your stove, cool it down, and then store it just to make sure. But it's literally going to be on the counter for 24 hours while we just make sure we don't lose electricity. So we're going to fill these up. I think I have 6 of these. And while if we were to lose power for days, that's not enough water, obviously for 9 people, it's enough water to get us started. And then if we need to go melt snow for more water, we obviously could. We also have, obviously, juice and milk and things like that that are going to be liquid, so we can not exclusive drink water. So that concern's kind of taken care of. The other concern is going to be water for things like flushing the toilet, washing hands, washing dishes, washing laundry, I guess that's long term. I don't really worry about dishes, so I've bought paper plates and plastic utensils, which usually we try not to really use because it's wasteful, but in this instance, when it comes to a big storm, water is our most important commodity. I would rather create trash when there's not power than have to have extra water for washing dishes. So if we were to lose power, we just go ahead and use the disposable products so we don't have to have the water for washing dishes. And obviously we just won't wash laundry. It'll make a lot of work when the power comes back on because there'll be a lot of extra laundry, but it's just not vital, right? But the water that we do need is definitely flushing the toilet and washing hands. And so for that, I fill up my 2 big canners. These are a 22 and a 23 quart canner, so that's a decent bit of water. The one thing I don't do that everybody always suggests is fill up the bathtub. There's a couple reasons I don't fill the bathtub up with water. The first is we only have 1 bathroom, and so if somebody needed to be washed down, like if the baby had like a poop explosion or something like that, if my bathtub is full of water, I don't really have a place to wash a toddler. Can't really fit, I guess you could maybe fit them in the sink, but I like to keep the bathtub open. Also, because we only have 1 bathroom, I would have to have complete trust that all of my children, including the 3-year-old, would remember to close the door to the bathroom so that the baby doesn't wander in there accidentally with a full bathtub of water, and I just don't have that much trust in them to do that, or in my ability to always be monitoring the bathroom because there is so much to monitor. So for me, the canners are the best option because the lids lock tight. So they each hold between 5 and 6 gallons of water. And then I also have several 1-gallon water containers as well in the bathroom for flushing the toilet. And then if we were to lose power, we just remind the kids you don't have to flush every time, just to help conserve the water. And as I said before, if we run out of water, we can always go melt some snow. Yep. And honestly, even if we didn't lose power, I have a feeling we're going to lose water for a little bit. Our well pump cap is not in a well house, and it's going to be so cold. I would be amazed if it didn't freeze and stop operating. So we'll just definitely be extra prepared with the water. Okay, so first we got to move wood, okay? The canners I just store on the floor next to the wood stove. They lock tight, plus over by the wood stove, the kids can't get over there anyway, so you don't really have to worry about it. And hopefully we don't need it, but we'll have them just in case we do. But now we gotta go move some wood before it really starts snowing. Alright, double pants, double shirts, coat, hat, gloves. We got a couple big kids in snowsuits and a big strong man. Hopefully this won't take too long.
Yeah. Do you have any double layers?
But if we can get, I don't know, 2 or 3 days worth of wood in the mudroom, then we don't have to go back outside and worry about it. Are we feeding chickens or are we robbing a bank?
Yes.
Here's our minuscule little pile. What's left from probably the last day or two. Let's get this all filled. We might even block the entrance to the basement. I'm thinking about it. We don't ever go down there. There's nothing there that we need or want to see. It's like a dungeon down there, so it doesn't really matter if you block it, but I'm not sure.
I'm not ready. Don't leave without me.
Bye.
Oh. It'll work. Sit.
The last thing then is just electricity for like charging devices. So this is what we have. We have this portable power station, which holds enough power to charge your phone something like 25 times, or you can run a laptop off it, you can run a mini fridge off of it. So that's fully charged, and we'll keep that, we just keep that in the house. We do have a gas powered generator, but Sam absolutely hates using it, so we only pull that out if we like don't have power for days, but we have that available too. And we also have an inverter which lets you run your car. You can run like outlets off your car battery. That's also there for emergency backup, but honestly we're pretty good at just making do if we lose power for a little bit. It's so cold, it's going to be so cold that if we lose power, we're concerned about things in the refrigerator. We have several coolers out in the mudroom. We'll just throw everything in the coolers and sit the coolers in the mudroom, and it's going to be 20 degrees in there anyway. And then obviously the deep freeze, everything in there will stay frozen because that's in the mudroom as well, and it's just going to be really cold. So don't have to worry about those things, which is nice because you lose power in the summer. That's the opposite problem. You do have to worry about those items, but not in the winter, so that's nice. So I think we're ready to go. Our goal now is just to stay inside and stay warm. I'm going to shut doors to the other side of the house, which helps the wood stove do its job a little better when it's this cold. And we might end up, I might sleep in the living room. We'll kind of see how that goes. Our room is the one that's the farthest from the wood stove, and with it being literally negative 20, I don't think anything's going to keep that room warm, and it might just be better to shut the door and then sleep out in the living room one night right by the wood stove. The kids will be fine because they're right above the stove and it stays warm enough up there, so it's really just that one room that we're worried about. The bathroom has its own radiator space heater in there right now to keep the pipes from freezing, so honestly we should be good. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all when it's a little bit warmer out.